Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I'm getting serious in standard best of one. I'm going to be trying to climb the ladder with this wicked Simic bird chocobo tribal list. The reason I'm playing this one today is because Corwin commented on one of my videos last week saying that they found an awesome synergy between the Traveling Chocobo and the Mutable Explorer, and we're going to be trying to take advantage of that synergy today in this video. But before I talk a little bit about this deck, of course, I have to ask you for your support. Sub up if you haven't done so already. Of course, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about chocobos and birds in standard, and like the video. It's the easiest thing you can do for me, and it really helps the channel grow. So what is going on in this deck? We have, of course, the Traveling Chocobo. The Traveling Chocobo says a lot of things. It says, first, you may look at the top card of your library at any time. Then, if it is a land, you may play that land. And if it is a bird, you may cast that bird. Then, if a land or bird entering the battlefield causes an ability to trigger, it's going to trigger twice. What does that mean for the Mutable Explorer? Well, this is an honorary bird today in our deck. This is a changeling. So if this is on the top of our library, we are going to be able to cast it out for 3 mana from the top. Then if it enters, or when it enters, it's going to create 2 Mutavault tokens. That's going to be pretty sweet. That's some pretty good ramp that we can take advantage of in this deck. Then, of course, we are playing the regular Chocobo bird package. And more importantly, we are playing one of my favorite cards. Once in a while in Standard or in Magic, a card gets printed that I absolutely adore, and that is the case for the side quest, Raise a Chocobo. Our whole goal here is to be able to trigger this card so we get the black Chocobo on the field and we slam in for some massive damage. When this thing enters, it's going to create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. But the more important part is that bottom line. It says at the beginning of your first main phase, if you control 4 or more birds, transform this enchantment. Of course, we're going to have a whole bunch of birds in the deck. We have our Chocobos over here. We got our Mockingbird that's going to be copying something. We got our Wan Shi Tong, which is a very new flash bird that's very powerful. It's going to allow us to use all this mana to draw cards, and of course, it's just a really good card on its own. We have the Plume Creed Escort, which provides a little bit of protection, and more importantly, it has flash. That is a very important thing in this deck. And then, of course, the Mutable Explorer is a bird. It's also going to be making Mutavaults, which are also birds. So I think we're going to be able to flip the side quest quite effectively and efficiently in this deck. We are also playing a little bit of protection with the Dazzling Denial. This thing is going to be a great counterspell as long as we have a bird on the field. And of course, the Repulsive Mutation is also in here, a couple of copies. Trying this one out. I'm not 100% sold or sure if this is supposed to be in here, but I think having a little bit more interaction is good. Speaking of interaction, Bart and Boko serves as a removal spell. When we put this onto the field, each bird or each other bird that we control deals damage equal to its power to a creature that an opponent controls. Then we got one little fun package in here. We got one copy of the Mother Goose. If we're making a whole bunch of mana, I might want to dump a bunch of that mana into a card. Well, the Mother Goose is going to do just that. We can put it onto the field with X +1/+1 counters on it, and it's going to create half X food tokens. Then I got to thinking, you know what? Let's throw a fun of mirror form in the deck to see if this will work out, and maybe we can do some really cool shenanigans if we end up getting up to 6 mana and we have a mirror form in hand. Of course, if you wanted to make this deck a little bit better, I would probably drop the mirror form, I would drop the Mother Goose, and I would just put in one more copy of Bart's and Boko, and maybe one more copy of Wan Shi Tong, maybe another copy of Repulsive Mutation, and the deck would probably just function a little bit better. But we're going to try to do some fun, goofy stuff in this video. So that's it for the intro. We're going to hop into some games and see how these birds can perform. See you over there. All right, who's ready for some Chocobo action in Standard? One of my favorite decks. Hey, that's a hand, isn't it? This is something you want to see. Turn 1, Shaz's Chocobo into turn 2, Shaz's Chocobo, drop an island, and try to build up to a very, very honest Traveling Chocobo on turn 3. That's what we came here for. Hey, we also get the Plume Creed to hold up as protection for future turns. Plume Creed, so I've been playing this deck. I play this deck quite a bit, just like when I'm on my phone or something, because it's a quite easy deck to play on mobile. And Plume Creed Escort impresses me. It's a cool card, except when you go up against Kavaro. But the Kavaro player, Undying Malice in the graveyard, and they have the Emptiness. So, I think because that's the case, I'm going to actually just hold up my Plume Creed Escort or my Dazzling Denial. I don't know, one of the two. probably the Dazzling Denial, because they're probably going to use Undying Malice to try to keep it alive. That's kind of the read that I had on them. And I think we're just going to go Traveling Chocobo, try to hit a land off the top. Yeah, baby. Hey, that's a raise. Chocobo sitting there. Okay. Hit them down to 7. This is looking good as long as they don't have a turn 4 board wipe. They need to do a lot of work here. We got them dead on board with the Shaz's Chocobo, so even if they take out just the Traveling Chocobo, we are going to be good. Okay, they put out a human. They might have a Kavaro. Everyone's yeah, it's definitely Kavaro. Kavaro on the emptiness. Which, yeah, that's bad. Bad news. Everyone's favorite card, Kavaro. This actually stabilizes them because they get to do -3 here, and they get to reanimate something. Do they have something to reanimate? No. Thank goodness for that. Oh, Kavaro. Kavaro. Okay, well, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to attack in. They have to block with the mind-bitten version of this elemental incarnation. That was a lot of words on that. So that was a spider, human, hero, elemental incarnation. And they don't have the board wipe. We take them down. Love taking down elementals with some birds. And we are going to start our climb very, very optimistically. Okay, game number 2. Keep it going. I didn't say it in the first game, but I'll say it now. Hey, sub up if you want to help me grow a little bit. I appreciate that. And leave a comment. What do you think about this hand? Do you keep the risky mirror form? Yeah, baby, let's go. This might be, I don't know about putting the mirror form in this deck. I just had the idea. I'm like, how cool would it be if we can land a mirror form on on a black Chocobo? And I think that would be really cool. A mirror form Chocobo, it doesn't flip, but like I don't know. I'm hoping that something cool can happen from it. So they have a most helpful Weaver. We could put out the Plume Creed Escort to block the Veteran Survivor, but we would be just throwing away our poor Plume Creed Escort. I think I just take 2 damage. It's okay. I'm not going to play out the Plume Creed now. What I'm going to do is just go out with the Traveling Chocobo and pray. Pray that they don't have Shelter by Ghost. Unfortunately, we've drawn 2 lands off the top of our library when we were already keeping enough lands in hand. We don't want to see a single, well, I guess I wouldn't mind a few more on the top of the library to cast out. But if they have a Sheltered here, it's just GG because they're going to be getting double strike on the following turn. Feather of Flight. Okay. There are worse things that they could have cast on us. Although Ethereal Armor following up from this Feather of Flight would be rough, to say the least. Okay. Bartz and Boko off the top would help a little bit. We could get rid of this creature. Could I cast it? Maybe I couldn't cast it, actually. Okay. I think I'm going to be chump blocking something. So let's just try casting out as many creatures as we possibly can from the top of our library. Unfortunately, we can't put out another land. Wouldn't that be nice? There is a land. So we do have a flyer in the form of the Plume Creed Escort. We can block the... I mean, I'm not going to be chump blocking with the Traveling Chocobo. I may as well get in for 2 damage. I can flash it in to go in front of the spider so that the double strike doesn't absolutely annihilate me. That's going to be our game plan. And then from there, maybe we can make something happen with this Traveling Chocobo. It's going to make our Shaz's Chocobos quite big. You know, that's going to be pretty good. And they might be overconfident here, thinking that the Feather of Flighted Spider here is going to be able to get in for lethal. I'm okay with them taking the creature with the Seam Rip. They might have another point of removal. There it is. This time around... Oh, do you think... Do you think they have... Okay. I can't win if they take both of my Shaz's Chocobos. That's the situation here. So I'm going to go in with the Plume Creed Escort. If they have a Shelter by Ghost, we lose. If they have another Seam Rip, we... Oh my god, Traveling Chocobo. Giga Chad. I forgot that we're going to get double protection. So actually, this was the absolute optimal play. We are surviving this turn. Okay. Still, a Shelter by Ghost would be absolutely devastating. They take the Traveling Chocobo, and I don't think there's coming back from that. You still swing. Of course. And we're still in a horrible spot because we still have this very big, nasty thing challenging us. And you definitely swing in with the Veteran Survivor, I think, as well. Okay. But next turn, we can at least copy the Shaz's Chocobo with the Mockingbird, then put out the Fable Passage. We're going to get a bunch of triggers with the Traveling Chocobo. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And then, oh man, see, the thing is now I can put, I think I actually do this because I need to see more action off the top. It's so many lands, and now a counterspell off the top is not what we want to see. So just a little bit rough running here from our deck. We are now also again in a spot where we are chump blocking probably. I don't imagine they have a handful of lands. It's possible. But, I mean, the Aura's deck never has that. They always have the exact answer that they need. Whew. Okay, you know what this means to me? This means that they probably have... They probably have Shard Mage's Rescue. Do they have 2 Shard Mage's Rescues? I think I'm okay taking a little damage. I can't take everything. I think if they have 6, they could have 2 Shard Mage's Rescues. They're hoping I'm not going to block here. They're trying to get a sneaky lethal. I have to probably block there. But maybe I block here with this one, and this forces them to use 2 Shard Mage's Rescues on the Veteran Survivor to keep it alive. They might also have a Restoration Magic, which would just be better for them. This is my line. I'm going to take 4 damage. I don't think they have Flash deal 4 damage. There's the first Shard Mage's Rescue. Do they have the second one? They don't. So they give me back a Plume Creed. They don't give me back a Plume Creed. Oh, because they ate the Plume Creed with... I always forget. I've done that before. I always think that the Plume Creed is under there because it's like they ate it with a... Oh, come on! No, that's such bad. That's a lot of lands. Oh my god. Okay, well the cool thing is we can actually mirror form now. No attack. We're just gonna hold up this Dazzling Denial and hope that this thing can do the heaviest lifting ever. We're 40. So 17 cards. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 of 17 cards have been... 12 of 18 cards have been lands. Okay, well, there's the Shelter by Ghost. Thank goodness we are able to stop this thing from happening. And maybe, just maybe, this might work out for us. Okay, they're attacking in. I mean, I have to block, right? I have no choice. They have another Shard Mage's Rescue to keep it alive, so we are now in dire straits. Guys, that's a lot of lands, and of course it's a Chocobo. Oh, okay. Well, they did lose their board, and now we have... Okay. They need a lot here. They got rid... they traded. That was an ambitious trade, I think, from the Aura's deck. You need to keep your creatures, right? Especially if you are kind of low on resources. So even if they have 1 creature, 1 Aura, I don't know, is that going to be enough? And it's possible that we could use this mirror form to do something goofy. I don't know what that goofy thing is, though. This card might just be absolute trash in this deck. How many basic lands do I'm not even sure if I have some basic lands left, but we are only playing, I think, 7 or 8 basic lands. A little bit ambitious having so few basic lands and the Fable Passages in the deck. Okay, we're getting roped down here. We find everyone's favorite card, another land, on the top of our library, but we're gonna play it out. It's so many lands. Maybe I shouldn't have actually played out the land, but I think our opponent is gone. Maybe, I don't know. I wanted to find more action off the top, but maybe I should have held up the mirror form. The mirror form's not going to hit anything anyways, but I'm pretty sure Inferno got a little bit salty at their trades and have decided that they're not going to stick around for the end of this game. So they probably Alt F4'd and pieced out. And it's a real shame because I'm pretty sure once this rope goes down, it probably just auto concedes them, because what I could have possibly done next turn is flip the side quest, raise a Chocobo, and then use the mirror form just for funds, get 5 black Chocobos on the field, and put out the Fable Passage. But I don't think we're going to be able to see that. It's just such a shame. Just a shame. Come on, pass to me. Give me it. Don't go boom. All right. We tilted out a mono white Auras player playing Chocobos. That's something. By the way, just double checked. 24 lands in the deck. That was a lot of lands on the top of the library. And of course, we get the inverse of that. 2 lands now. With a hand that I don't think I could possibly keep. It's too shaky. We'll keep this one though. Throw away the mirror form, because let's be honest, the mirror form is a meme all on its own. We want to see more Traveling Chocobo. We want to see some Traveling Chocobo into our Mutable Explorer. We are against a Demir list, meaning spot removal, meaning not good news. We maybe need our... Oh no, we are facing Kavaro. Maybe not Kavaro. Maybe it's just a... What is that color combination? Sultai? Maybe? Blue, black, green. I'm getting better at recognizing the names of the color combinations. I mean, I know most of them pretty well, especially the 2 color ones, but the 3 color ones, once in a while, they elude me. Okay, I guess we have to go... So we have 2 choices here. We could hold up the Dazzling Denial. We could put out the Fable Passage and go into a Traveling Chocobo on the following turn. You know what? I think I like holding up the Dazzling Denial a little bit more than the turn 3 Traveling Chocobo, because you want to play Traveling Chocobo usually on turn 4 so that you can play it out, also get a land off the top of your library. It feels a little bit better. Hopefully we get a little bit of value out of this Dazzling Denial. What did they pay? They paid black. So they're going to Thoughtseize our hand. So you just counter it. That way they cannot use the, what is it called? Undying Malice or whatever to keep it alive. Okay. That is that. So from here, we can... You know what we can do? You know what we can do? We can make our own bird bat. Why not? Okay. Okay, hold up. Hold up, friend. What are you up to over there, you sneaky little boy? It is a Kavaro list. I haven't seen Kavaro list playing Deep Cavern Bats, so I did not expect that in the slightest. Anyways, we get to put out the Shaz's Chocobo. You know what? I should have cracked the Fable Passage. In my head, what I was thinking was, I'm going to put out the Traveling Chocobo next turn. What a top deck. What a top deck from the opponent. Good on you. Peeling probably the best card that they could possibly have drawn here. They're going to kill our Deep Cavern Bat. They're going to get back... Interesting. I was really surprised they didn't try to get the Kavaro back, because then next turn they would have milled stuff into the graveyard, and then certainly they would have been able to find something good with the Kavaro. At the very least, they would have found the Deceit. Anyways, I missed a point of damage there. I should have What did I grab? I grabbed an island. Oops. I should have put that out beforehand. Okay, no. No attacks. Okay, so we have the Plume Creed. If they don't end up... they find another Kavaro. So this time they're going to be able to cycle stuff away, and then with this one they're going to be able to get the Kavaro back. So we need to find a counter spell off the top. They don't have a Cavern of Souls, but we're not going to find a counter spell off the top because we know what we're drawing. It's a Mutable Explorer. But at the very least, Mutable Explorer is going to hit the field and give me 2 Mutavaults. So this is what we wanted to see. They do come in tapped. And I don't think we're attacking, of course, with anything. Now, we do have a mirror form coming soon. So it's possible that they're going to reanimate something with the Kavaro. And then maybe we can copy what that thing is. Let's see. Let's see if some weird stuff can happen here. We're having fun, at the very least, against Kavaro. We're having as much fun against Kavaro as is humanly possible. And what are they going to reanimate? Are they going to reanimate Deceit? No, they reanimate the Shaz's Chocobo. Yeah, I guess that's what you do. Yeah, that is a 5/5 coming in. Let's get it on the field. Sure. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. They discard something. Mirror form is not really going to be good enough. I guess I could make... I could make 4 copies of this Shaz's Chocobo. Right? That's not terrible, is it? And then I could play out the breeding pool, which will make them a little bit bigger. Let's... You know what? I came here to do this. Oh, I can't... Right. And they don't have... Oh, they don't have lifelink or... I bungled it up. They don't have lifelink or menace because, of course, Kavaro is on their side of the field. That's a real shame. Okay, boom, boom, boom. That's okay. We get this back, which, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's grab. Or do I decline? Oh, I didn't want to decline. I wanted to. I've done that before. I didn't want to decline. I wanted to say I don't want to cast this. I wanted to take it back. It's fine. It's fine. It would have been so much better as a Chocobo. What do they have as a follow-up? We're really bungling things here. Okay, if it enters, it's going to bounce. Opponent, that's okay. Thank you. That kind of helps me, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8. He is 8. Oh, that's cute. All right, and there's lethal because of that. Oh, I feel like I threw this one away somewhere. I'm not sure. What should I have done? Should I have copied something different? Should I have made a different play somewhere? Oh, I want to watch the replay of this game so badly. Mirror form might have been an ambitious trap. I'm gonna maybe mess around with it one more time, but we might just go in and get rid of the Mother Goose and the mirror form and play the deck as it should be played. Okay, do I want to put out the Mockingbird as a 1/1 flying bird? No. I don't think so. I was very much considering it because next turn we could have the Dazzling Denial, but I think it's probably better to just hold off. I would rather have... That's good. I would rather have maybe like a 2/2 token instead of just a 1/1 flying Mockingbird. I think that's a much better way to go about things. What are we against? Are we against Yuna? Are people playing Yuna? Ooh, that's a good card against us. Okay. We can do that. and we can at least attack in this time with the 3/2. What? Oh, man, what am I doing? I think I'm just for some reason I thought it was going to go to a 3/3. Dumb. Because in my head I was like, okay, I'm gonna put out the Mockingbird afterwards. I'm just not focusing. Okay, man, this game, Magic, you gotta focus. You gotta. How? Actually, this is something I wanted to ask people. I was thinking about this the other day. How many of you, when you play Magic, are actually like focused on playing Magic? Are you only playing the game, or are you like watching something over on the side screen? Are you doing other things while you're doing that? Because I'm very curious. This game is so actually mentally intense, and you have to be on top of everything that you're doing, in my opinion, I think. So yeah, I really wonder about that. Okay, next turn they're going to be in line for Yuna, so we're going to be definitely holding up the dazzling denial for the turn for Yuna. Or now that they've revealed this, Day of Judgment possibly in our future. Land off the top, please. Okay, that is a land. That is good news. Does it matter if I play it now? No. So bird, another land. Okay. So we are going to go Mutable plus this. Yes, I have to be very careful with how I tap my mana here. And then we're going to go blue mana. And we're going to put this out for X1. We're all in. We are all in on this Dazzling Denial doing work for us. That's all that's happening here. Okay. Maybe I make up. I've had a few big misplays. I've really bungled up a few things in the last game and at the start of this game, but I think I'm in such a good position right now that it almost doesn't matter what they do. Beyond the Quiet, very good card. Dazzling Denial. Sparkles. Please let me have this opponent. You're okay. I appreciate you. I'm not gonna drag it out. We're just gonna do it. Did I say I'm not? Oh, I want to react. I could turn on my Mutavault here and get even more damage in, but it's not letting me do it. Like, I guess I would have had to go full control. I guess I am kind of doing. Woo! It's so much damage. Oh, this is what we came here for. This is what we came here for. Opponent, I appreciate you. Thank you. Smiley face. Thank you. That's a smiley face. That's a happy thank you. Good game for letting me swing out for, 112 damage? Whatever it was. Bad at math, by the way. Okay, we got there. We're bouncing back. Oh, it's always nice when it works out, right? Dazzling Denial is one of those cards that when I am playing this deck on my own, it is the card that saves me most of the time. It's so risky. Coming off of a big win, you're like, yeah, I can take a risky hand. It's fine. Okay, we got another Plume Creed. It's fine. I think that means that I can at least run out one Plume Creed next turn. Oh, we're against mono white tokens. Don't like that. This deck always kind of destroys me. Okay. Bartz and Boko, not great. But and of course, not drawing the land, also not great. They get in for 1 damage here, which is not a big deal. Demolition Field, they can destroy one of our lands, but it's not going to really benefit us in the end. I'm going to run out 1 Plume Creed Escort. Just so I can have, like, something on the field attacking, and then Dazzling Denial is going to be there. Sure. So they must be flush with removal spells. Going out Mutable Explorer first. I know I could have gone out with the Traveling Chocobo, but as I've explained before, I think I want to put this out when I have the opportunity to put out a land. They're going to create some babies, and that is fine by me. Okay. So, yes, land off the top. Please land off the top. Okay. There's a land. Okay, okay, okay. It's not the worst situation here. And we know this is not a land. Do we want the Mockingbird on the top of our library, or do I want to try to get a land for next turn? I'm going to get board wiped, right? I'm going to get wiped. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. There's a land. Okay, okay, okay. No attack. I guess we'll keep the Mutable Explorer because it is an honorary bird after all. We don't throw away our birds around here at AbojiiMTG. We take care of all of our wonderful birds to the best of our ability. And we pray that there are no nasty board wipes coming down the pipeline. If we can fade, haven't said fade for a little while, if we can fade just one turn, we just need to dodge the board wipe this turn, then we have the Dazzling Denial, and we can probably get through this game. They can use the Elspeth to kick out our Traveling Chocobo. Bad news. They could also just make a whole bunch of... Okay. Okay. Ooh, mutable on top, too. Not mutable. Mutation. Repulsive mutation. Okay. So from here, this does damage to a creature. I have 4 mana, essentially. So I think probably what the plan is put this out for 2. We pump up the boys. We do this very carefully. Oh my god, did I bungle that up? What did I do there? Did I tapped something? Oh, yeah. Okay. Can't use Cavernous Soul's mana for an art enchantment. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It means I'm gonna be pushed into probably using the Barts and Boko now as a destroy. Okay. This is gonna do a ton of damage to up to 2 different creatures. This first one's going on that one. Let's smoke this one as well. So we get double triggers with the Traveling Chocobos. We get to murder 2 of these. Boom, 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 boom. And that means we get to send... everything at Elspeth. We got to kind of get rid of Elspeth, I think. So although the Traveling Chocobo will die... Okay, let's say I don't attack with this. They block 1/1. She lives. If I attack... I mean, they're just going to kill the Traveling Chocobo anyways with the Elspeth. So if I do this, trade here, Elspeth lives. Not good. Okay, I guess we go this way. Man, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, double block. Elspeth goes down to 1. That would be fine because then they couldn't use her -3 to kill my Traveling Chocobo, right? This is destroy target creature an opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater. Okay. Let's see if we get the Dazzling Denial here. Again, this card. Sparkle time. Are they cracking the carrot cake? Are they desperately digging? Looks like it to me. Which they're making... Okay, they're making a bunch of babies here, and they can make more babies with the Ajani. So we're not out of the woods yet, and even this side quest Chocobo is not going to be enough damage. Maybe I should have put damage on face. But then they probably wouldn't have been incentivized to block. I don't know. I do have the Plume Creed Escort to give something hex-proof. That's fine, right? Yeah. I can't take the risk of them sandbagging a Wrath of God here. I don't think that's the case, but you just have to be careful with it. But I will put out the Plume Creed Escort, whatever. So now we have 3 cards that are going to be attacking in here. And we hit a land off the top. Oh, no, the land goes away because we get to search with the Chocobo. Okay, again, always forgetting these weird little interactions. We'll grab this. Land off the top? No, not a land off the top. It's a Traveling Chocobo. We do have 2 counterspells. 1 counterspell is very good. I kind of put them on a Get Lost right now. There's the Get Lost. So they have 2 mana open. It's probably better just for me to use the Dazzling Denial. Boop, 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 boop. And now we have 3 mana. I was gonna be cute with things, but you just go Mutable Explorer. This puts out 2 more Mutavaults on the field. We get more triggers. Yes, look at all the look at them go. Oh, and we're BMing. Um, we're gonna put this Traveling Chocobo to the bottom. We're gonna hit a land off the top. Every time. Opponent, thank you very much for sitting through this. I appreciate it. We get 2 games in a row where we get the massive Chocobo attack. This is so good. It's just barely lethal. It's just barely lethal. Yeah, it's actually not. If we're in a very precarious place because next turn they could have board wiped us. I mean, not barely lethal. It's very much lethal, but it wasn't as decisive as the last one. Decisive? Is that the right word? No. Oh, okay. These games are going a little bit long. I think this is game number 6. I'm trying to keep an eye on the timer these days. Yeah, we are 40 minutes into games already. Wan Shi Tong's okay. We can't keep this. Okay, it's not a good hand. This is also not a good hand, but I think we try it. And the Mother Goose is such a meme. We get rid of the Mother Goose. We keep the double Traveling Chocobo because it's such a powerful card. And hey, when you say good things about such a powerful card, the third one is sure to show up. Well, we are against Artifacts. Artifacts, pretty good against us. Pinnacle Star Cage going to wipe out our board very, very effectively. Plume Creed, I'm not going to cast it out now. We have so many Traveling Chocobos. We're going to put one out on turn 3. We got another Plume Creed coming off the top of the library. So that means we can maybe protect our Traveling Chocobo from we're going to get hit now with the Oblivion Ring card that I will never, ever in my entire life remember the name of. But they didn't have it. Ooh, okay. But they do have the Abraded Net and the Simulacrum Synthesizer. So I think probably we met our match here. We've been having too much fun doing crazy things with these Chocobos, and now it's time for us to get put in our place. That's not a good card on the top of our library. I suppose the only thing that I can really do here is Fable Passage. Fable Passage can go get a blue source. So, yeah, let's do that now. And we get a Cavern of Souls for the next turn. Okay. Well, we're not attacking in with anything this time around. So I think we're just holding up the 2 Plume Creed Escorts and praying that things work out. I don't know. I'm not sure shuffling away the Raise a Chocobo was the right move or not. I just have a feeling maybe this matchup. This is not a good one for us. Artifacts, not a deck that I see too often on the ladder anymore. There was a time when I would say like every third match felt like it was Artifacts, but now maybe I see Artifacts 1 in 20 plus games. And there is the Repurposing Bay, which means they're going to have whatever they desire at their disposal, and we need to just take 6 damage here. There's nothing we can really do. I can put out both of these Plume Creed Escorts, but they're kind of just sitting ducks. I'm not going to put out both. I'll just put out one. Sitting ducks. I enjoyed that little joke. The side quest Chocobo makes a comeback, and we just have nothing, right? So I'm gonna play out this, and I guess I'm just gonna take a ton of damage next turn. So I may as well put out the Traveling Chocobo, and I don't know what I'm even doing here. Opponent, you know what? My last 2 opponents have let me have tremendous amounts of fun. I'm gonna let Renan Moto have the same amount of fun. I think it's only appropriate to do this. They're going to hit 2 awesome cards off the top of their library. They're going to use the Repurposing Bay to go get a Fire Crystal. Opponent, that is, you know what? It's kind of nice. At one point, I would have been extraordinarily salty about this kind of thing happening to me in Standard. But nowadays, it's like, you know what? Artifacts don't actually seem so bad. What an amazing contrast that has been from just a few months ago, where so many people were like, I think I made a video that was like, this needs to be banned. It's just artifacts. Okay, so what do they tap down? They tap down my poor Plume Creed. No, I say no, sir. You may not tap down my Plume Creed. Look at all these hexproofs. And we get attacked. We only block with 1 because we can take 13 damage down to 1, and we get 1 more turn. What do we find on the top of our library? It is not what we want to see. It is Dunzo. Okay. I said I was going to let the opponent have the fun thing because I was so gifted. I'm not going to throw in a concede right now. I just hope they do it quickly. Yeah, that's a little bit quickly. Okay. Do they hit all 4 synthesizers? Let's find out. No, they hit 2 Collector's Vaults. Collector's Vault, not, what are you doing? You're not even triggering your synthesizers with that play. Come on, be better. Be better than that. Oh, the Plume Creed this time gets tapped down. Opponent, GG, swing in. Oh no, we're getting BM'd. Come on, come on, no, swing. All right, they're completing the trifecta. They're getting their 4th no. Perilous Snare. The opponent so kindly telling me or showing me the name of the card that I can never ever remember the name of. It is a Perilous Snare. They take my favorite card, side quest, Raise a Chocobo, and we do not throw our poor birds under these constructs. Instead, we take all the damage to our face, we die, and our birds fly off into the sky. I think I got 1 more? 1 more. Okay, last game, probably against Vok. We'll see how it plays out, though. Opening hands have not been what I want to see lately. I'm going to try this one because we do have 2 of our more powerful cards in the deck, and we have our good early mana. So, oh, goodness gracious. Who's running turn 1 Intimidation Tactics against the Bird Tribal deck? How absolutely fortunate for the opponent. And we hit a card we don't want to be seeing. A 4th land. Bart's and Boko, okay for future things, but for now we're just going to hold up this Dazzling Denial. It does still work as a counterspell even without a bird on the field. I don't want to throw my Plume Creed to the wolves quite yet. Okay. What could the opponent be on? They are just dropping lands, passing turn. Okay. I guess this is the game we're playing. Of course, we are just dropping lands, passing turns. I guess this time we will maybe go out with the Plume Creed because I can protect it with the Dazzling Denial. Let's get a creature on the board. It's fine. Do they have instant speed removal? They must, right? They must be packing a ton of instant speed removal. Requiting Hex. Yep. Okay. That's a pretty good one to use against my poor Plume Creed. Ooh, okay. But we did find a second one. We need to find a golden Chocobo. That'd be real swell. Forsaken Miner, yeah, sure. Get it onto the field. We don't really care about that. I suppose I will go out with a second Plume Creed. Make them have more removal. Shoot the Sheriff this time around. Yeah, you know what, since I'm so pinched on creatures, I think this time I am going to go after that. Okay, game. Can we maybe not only give me lands? Okay, Bart's and Boko. Let's smoke. It's not smoking, it's just barely killing the Forsaken Miner, but it is another creature on the field, and this gives me the opportunity to Repulsive Mutation something away. I'm going to go do this now. I guess it's fine. I would rather be able to get a little bit more value out of the Repulsive Mutation by putting X counters on something, but in a pinch, of course, we could use it. Are they just flooding out as badly as we're flooding out? Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Okay, for the sake of just doing it, let's go thin our deck ever so slightly more. Grab island this time. Did you see the mirror form there? When I clicked on the island, my eye caught the mirror form just hiding out there. What a goofy card. They're up to 7 mana, 8 mana now. They could have something real big coming down the pipeline, but we will be able to stop whatever massive threats they have. Yeah, you got to counter it, right? Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. We do this X5. Put it on the Plume Creed. Oh, yeah. Oh, I always mess this up. Yeah, you got to counter it. So opponent, you can try to pay 5. They don't have the 5. We're up to 11 damage, not 12 damage. And they throw in the towel. What an unusual way to end the video. A little bit of a weird win against Vok. All right, so Simic Birds showing their power. They feel pretty good right now. And the idea of using the Traveling Chocobo with the Mutable Explorer, pretty sweet. In general, I think the Mutable Explorer slots into this deck very well. At one point, I was messing around when the new set first came out with the Mischievous Sneakling. But I think the Mutable Explorer is just a better card to use as a Changeling. I wanted this out here because of the flash capabilities. I really like being able to flash something in on our draw step before the side quest Raise a Chocobo trigger happens, so that you can flip it as like a bit of a surprise to the opponent. You know, sometimes they're like, oh, they only have 3 birds on the field. They're not going to flip the side quest and then surprise, we're going to flip it. But we also have the Wan Shi Tong. We all have the Plume Creed Escort to flash in to do that same thing. So I don't think we necessarily need a weaker Changeling, whereas the Mutable Explorer is just kind of like a great card. And in addition, if you get this on the field, you can activate the Mutavault as a 2/2 creature with all types. It is a Changeling in its own right, and that will also give us another bird for the side quest Raise a Chocobo. So overall, I think the deck is fun. Of course, I do think you do drop Mother Goose and Mirror Form. These cards, yeah, we don't need them in the deck. Just go up one more Bartson Boko, one more Repulsive Mutation, or one more Wan Shi Tong. Pick these 3 cards and add 2, whatever you want to do. And I think you just have a better deck overall if you do that. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. We had a lot of fun games in this one, so at least it was a good ride, even if you are not playing Simic Chocobos. However, I do know some people have commented on past videos saying that they are playing the Chocobo deck after seeing one of my videos, so I'm really hoping that more people start picking this one up and giving it a shot, because birds are a whole lot of fun to be playing in this format. That's it for this one. Saranghe ipana. Goodbye to all of you. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.